Hello, my dear students and viewers. Welcome to this educational program, the English language for third year secondary stage. This is Morowa, and let me introduce you to Mr. Ahmed Abdel. He's going to present this episode with me today. Hello, Mr.
Thanks so much, dear students, for our new program, which is offered by me. And today we are going to discuss. We are going to highlight the most important vocabulary and the most important grammar. So let's start with the
Okay, the first word we have here is the word broadsheet, and it refers to a kind of newspaper that is really formal, and then you will find the international news. Let's have a look. Broadsheet newspaper. Formal newspaper with large pages. It has more international news. Have a look at this picture. And the word is
tabloid. Means a newspaper that has fewer pages but has more images. So the
next word is piracy. It means that you copy and sell someone's work, but this is of course some action that is illegal. For example, let's have a look. Online book piracy is an illegal action. Let's say it together. Online piracy. Online piracy. The next word, Mr. Ahmed.
So the next word is announce. Announce means to officially tell people about something. For example, the minister announced a new salary for the staff.
Wonderful. Let's have a look at this expression. Waiting with bated breath. Waiting with bated breath. This means that he was waiting impatiently. So he is nervous and he is waiting with it. Let's have a look here. Example, he is waiting for a reply to his offer with bated breath. The next word, Mr. Ahmed.
So the next word is so cheat means someone who behaves illegally or indiscreetly. For example, during the exam, the student will. So the next.
Okay, it's the verb claim. Of course, it's a regular verb. Claim, claimed, claimed, and it means to allege. So you just say something that is not true as if it's true. It hasn't been proved. For example, let's have a look here. It's claimed that the businessman has nabbed. Let's say it together. Claim. The next word is.
So the next word is compensate. Compensate is a verb, and the noun from compensate is compensation. And of course, the adjective is compensatory or compensatory. So, and to compensate mean to provide someone with a balance to a damage which happened to him. For example, after the accident, she was compensated.
The next word is the verb ruin. It means to spoil or completely destroy. Let's have a look. Example. The storm ruined the old wooden house. The storm ruined wooden house. Ruined. The next word, Mr. Ahmed.
So the next word is adjective, which means someone who is very furious or very angry. For example, so he is just a grumpy old man.
That's great. The verb violate. It's a regular verb. Violate it. It means to disobey or unfollow. Let's have a look at this example. It's a crime to violate copyright. It's a crime to violate copyright law.
Now, our dear students, a quick quiz or a short quiz for the vocabulary that you have already learned. So let's start with the first question. The TV channel has space. The date of favorite TV series. Is it assisted or required? Rehearse it or announce it? Can you think about it for 30 seconds? Yes. Answer. Yes. Excellent. Answer.
Wonderful. And the second sentence here is, please have a look. Unfortunately, the was broadcasted online by he or an space who had stolen a copy, reverse or cheat or deceit or evaluation. I can hear you answer it. Wonderful. And the third question.
So that the question is here. Number 3, space is the act of leaking copies, DVDs, computer programs, books, etc. in order to sell them. Is it accuracy? Is it piracy? Is it inquiry? Discovery? Okay, so I hear you answer. Yeah, it's accuracy.
One. Let's have a look at the third or the fourth sentence here. The workers have still not been space for the loss of their jobs, conceded, hired, demanded, or defied. Think a little bit. What? Yeah, compensated. And the sentence number 5.
So sentence number 5. So the young woman has space the sole supply at salt and garlic. So is it ruined? Is it refreshed? Is it replied? Is it what contracted? Yes, I hear you answer. Yes, of course. So that the first answer is the correct one, ruined.
The sixth sentence here is, let's have a space is a newspaper that has large deals with serious subjects. Is it press, tabloid, media, broadsheet? Think a little bit. Wonderful. It's broadsheet. You're doing a great job. Thank you so much. Let's move on to the grammar. Today we're going to tackle simple. So Mr. Ahmed, please.
Yes. So we use to talk about actions that ended in the past. For example, she the exam, the declarative sentence or the positive. So if you need to change it into negative form, we use didn't plus infinitive. So the second sentence is she didn't pass. And if you need to make a question, so you start with the helping verb did plus subject plus the main verb. For example, did she pass?
Wonderful. Okay, now here are the keywords that you use to express the past simple tense. You can use like yesterday, ago, last, once, one day, in the past, in 2017, third day, in ancient times.
Yes, and if you need to know the usage of the tense, so we use the past simple tense in many usages. For example, we use past simple tense to talk about actions that happened in the past. For example, we studied French last week. Verb is studied, which is in the past simple form, and the keyword is lost.
And if you look at this example, you will find that we can use the form used to plus infinitive to express simple too. Again, it's like a past habit. For example, Ahmed used to play tennis when he was young, and this means he no longer plays tennis. He doesn't do it anymore in the present. He did it in the past, and he didn't anymore. Wonderful.
So, also we use the past simple tense to talk about a series or a group of actions that happened in the past. For example, Sarah owned a bag, then he went to the police.
Okay, and if we look at this sentence, my father went to the Faculty of Commerce for 4 years. So this action happened in the past. It was like a fact in the past. He went to the Faculty of Commerce.
Yes, and of course, one of the most important usages of the past simple tense is to talk about habits. Habits that happened and ended in the past. For example, when she was a child, he or she always walked to school. It means she was in the habit of school in the past.
Now we move on to the past continuous tense. What do we use it for? Actually, it means or refers to an action that was continuous for some time in the past. Have a look at this example here. I was studying English all night yesterday. I was studying English all night yesterday. Have a look at the word all night and the word yesterday. Refers to the past, but it continued to some duration or period of time in the past. And this example, I wasn't studying English all night yesterday. This means that this is the negative of the sentence. So it's not positive meaning. So we do it like was not studying. And the question, were you studying English all night yesterday? Were you studying English all night yesterday? We can also say, was he studying English all night yesterday? This is the question in the past continuous tense.
And of course, when we use past continuous, we use it to express two actions that happened in the past, but they were intersected. It means the second action stopped the first actions. So let's have an example here. So while I was sleeping, mother called me. It means I was sleeping, but my mother stopped my sleeping by calling me.
Okay, and if you look at this example, when I was going home from school, I ran into my uncle. Again, you will find the word when, which is followed by the past continuous tense, and it was interrupted by the verb ran into my uncle. Okay, so we have the connector when and the connector while, followed by past continuous tense, and then followed by the past simple tense.
And in the next example, we can use the continuous to talk about actions that have happened parallelly. It means they happened at the same time, but this time they didn't affect each other. They didn't intersect each other. They in the past. For example, here, while I was reading, my sister was cooking. It means at the time I was reading, at the same time my sister was cooking. It means the two actions didn't affect each other.
Awesome. And if you have a look at this example, while playing, I fell down. While playing, I fell down. So while can act like a preposition, verb plus ing, and then the next sentence will be in the past simple tense. Okay, so still it combines or connects the two sentences, but this time with the verb plus ing and then the past simple.
Okay, most of them is the word during, but the difference is when we use during is always followed by the noun, but the noun without a verb, and this noun is usually definite with the definite article the or possessive adjectives. For example, here, during the film, he slept.
And you can also use the preposition on followed by the verb plus ing to act like while or when you connect two sentences. One of them is the past simple, the past continuous. The second one is the past simple. Have a look at this example. On seeing the accident, the man called the ambulance. On seeing the accident, the man called the ambulance. Now time for a quiz, guys. Mr. Ahmed?
Yeah, so let's have a look to these questions. So the first question is, space you at home yesterday morning, and you have 5 options. So is it did, are, will, or where? So I think you are answering very well. Of course, it will be where.
Excellent. The second question is, let's have a look at it. What space when I called you? You sounded very busy. is it? Did you do? Or were you going? Or had you done? Or were you doing? Think a little bit. Excellent. Were you doing? You are doing a great job, guys. So number 3.
Yeah. So the third question is, while use of space for the bus, it started to rain. Is it waits, had waited, waited, was waiting? So while is followed by past continuous. So you will answer was waiting. Very good.
Wonderful. Let's have a look at the sentence, which is he space his leg in a skiing accident last winter. Have a look at this word, the word last winter. What does it refer to? Which tense? Let's read the choices. Has broken, or breaks, or was broken, or broke. Think a little bit. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, broke. Excellent.
So, and the next question is, while I was playing football, I spaced and broke my leg. So please focus on the second action. Did the second action affect the first action and intersect it? Yes, just think for a while and choose the answer. Is it had falling, failed, were falling, or fell? So of course it will be fell. Very good. So now at the end of this session, my dear students, let's make a brief or a summary for what we said in this session. So today we talked about the past continuous, and I would like to focus on some important points regarding to the past continuous. عايز اقول لك ان الماضي المستمر من الازمنه المهمه جدا والمستخدمه كتير في اللغه الانجليزيه. So we use the past continuous in many sentences or in many contexts. احنا بنستخدم الماضي المستمر في مجموعة من السياقات. So first we use the past continuous to talk or to describe an action that happened in the past but in a specific time. دايما بنستخدم الماضي المستمر عشان نتكلم عن حدث تم في الماضي بس تم في وقت محدد. Actions in the past. واحد long action والتاني short actions. We use past continuous for the long action and the past simple for the short action. طيب في برضه استخدام ثالث للpast continuous. ممكن يكون two actions in the past happened but didn't affect each other. ممكن يكون حدثين في الماضي حصلوا مع بعض بس بدون ما يأثروا على بعض. يعني الاثنين was happening at the same time. كانوا بيحصلوا في نفس اللحظة. For example, while Asser was studying his homework, his mother was معنى كده ان في الوقت اللي آسر كان بيذاكر كانت والدته في نفس الوقت بتقوم او بتعمل او بتطبخ. يبقى معنى كده ان الحدثين ما اثروش على بعض. So this is the most important points of the past continuous, especially the context of the past continuous. عايز برضو اقف كمان نقطة في الباست continuous. The use of conjunctions while. استخدام while واستخدام during وأدوات الربط اللي بتربط الماضي المستمر بالأزمنة الأخرى. في الإكزامبل لما بنستخدم while ممكن تبقى followed by a sentence or by a gerund. For example, while he was running he fell. لو انت تلاحظ في الجملة دي هتلاقي ان الفاعل واحد في الطرفين، هو اللي كان بيجري وهو اللي وقع. في الحالة دي لما يكون الفاعل واحد في الطرفين اقدر ان انا استخدم while plus ing. For example, while running he fell. الجملة هنا صحيحة. while ما قدرتش او ما جبتش بعدها الفاعل او عملت deletion او omission للفاعل لان الفاعل واحد في الطرفين. يبقى لما يكون مع جملة while الفاعل واحد في الجملتين او في الطرفين نقدر ان احنا نحذف الفاعل الاول ونستخدم ing. بس تكر لو الفاعل مش واحد في الطرفين ما نقدرش نستخدم ing. مثلا هل الجملة دي صح؟ while raining he was running. يعني while raining هنا اكيد مش هو اللي بيمطر. المفروض اصل الجمله while it was raining he was running. هتلاقي ان الفاعل مختلف في الطرفين. الفاعل الاولاني at اللي يعرض على الطقس والفاعل الثاني he اللي هو بيجري. في الحاله دي ما اقدرش ان انا احذف الفاعل واستخدم ing. من النقاط المهمة جدا استخدام on plus ing. احنا لما بنستخدم on كأداة ربط مع ال ing احنا هنا بنعبر عن حدثين أو متعاقبين. يعني while plus ing بتدل على الانترسكشن أو الحدثين المتوازيين أو المتقاطعين. For example, while eating he dropped the spoon. هل في الجملة دي ينفع أقول as eating he dropped the spoon أو just as eating he dropped the spoon؟ طبعا it's mistake، ما أقدرش أقول كده لأن as و just as ما ينفعش يجي بعدهم ing. من الروابط المهمة جدا والأخيرة معانا هنا في الباست continuous الرابط because. Sometimes we use because followed by past continuous and preceded by past simple in the negative. For example, he didn't come with us because he was studying. He didn't come with us because he was studying. Thank you so much.
Okay, and let's recap our session today concerning the past simple tense. Let's look at this example. I finished my homework yesterday. I finished my homework yesterday. So we're in this sentence. The verb is finished. Finished. Which form of the verb? Is it the first form or the second form or the third form? Actually, it's the second form. Okay. And the original verb is, or the base form of the verb, which is the infinitive, is finish, right? Add the ed, or sometimes we add d to other verbs when they are regular. Okay, so are there any irregular verbs? Yeah, the verb see, when I say I saw a bird on the tree yesterday. I saw a bird on the tree yesterday. Of course, that was yesterday. And the action of seeing, of course, finished, started, and finished in the past. Okay, what about the form of the verb here? See, saw, seen. So the form is the second one. Okay, does it have d or ed? No. Why? Because it's a regular verb. Okay, so we just memorize it. Another example. Ahmed wrote the lesson well yesterday. Ahmed wrote the lesson well yesterday. Wrote, which form is this? It's the second form of the verb. What's the first one? Write. Write, wrote, written. Okay, this sentence is the positive. Can we turn it into negative? Yeah. To say, for example, Ahmed didn't write the homework, or Ahmed didn't write the lesson well yesterday. Okay, what happened in this sentence? So we have the auxiliary verb didn't plus the infinitive. He didn't write. Can I say didn't wrote? No, this is incorrect. I have to say didn't plus the base form of the verb, which we call the infinitive. Okay, all right. Can I use other pronouns with the same form of the verb? Yeah, it doesn't differ. The same. When I say he didn't write the lesson, she didn't write the lesson, they didn't write the lesson, they, we, the parents, the boy, it doesn't make any difference. Okay, a question. Did Ahmed write the lesson well yesterday? Did Ahmed write the lesson well yesterday? So what is the helping verb here? Did. Okay, what followed it? The subject, which is either, okay, did Ahmed or did the boy, okay, and what followed this? Again, the infinitive or the base form of the verb. Okay, and we complete the sentence. So we can answer it saying, for example, yes, he did. No, he didn't. Okay, so the past simple tense refers to something that started and finished in the past. Okay, whether it's a positive sentence, a negative, or a question. Now, Mr. Ahmed.
Yes, and one of the most important topics that we usually focuses when we teach grammar is the passive, اللي هو المبني المجهول. Don't forget the passive is very important and always exams. But what is the passive of the past simple tense? So the passive is to start with the object, then was, were, plus past participle. For example, yesterday the party was celebrated. Last week the letters were sent. So here in the past simple we use was or were plus past participle. But in past continuous, so the form is was or were plus being plus pp. For example, while the film was being watched, he shouted. While the flowers were being watered, it rained. So take care of the use of the passive in the tenses.
Wonderful. Well, our dearest viewers and students, this is the end of our episode for today. Thank you so much, Mr. Ahmed, for being with us.
Thanks so much, Mrs. Marwa, and thank you for dear students. I hope you will listen today.
Yeah, we hope you find it really beneficial and fun. Till we meet again next week, inshallah. Thanks a million for that. Take care.